So, we got our first injury report of the year. Let's talk about it. So, starting off right away, Joe Burrow, response to people asking, is Ja'Marr Chase available? What's his availability? Is he ready? Joe says he's ready to go now. Yup. Print it. Chase is ready to go. Chase went ahead and practiced today in limited fashion, but still first practice of the year. He went out there and practiced. He practiced hard. And everyone is back, boys. Everyone is back. Chase is going to play in the game, first game of the season. He's going to practice the next 3 days. His game status is no longer up in the air. Neither is Joe Burrow. Neither is Chris Jenkins. And potentially Amarius Mims could be, depending on how, he recovers. But for our side, again, Chase limited, but there's reasons. Chris Jenkins' thumb, he was limited. He'll be fine. Pectoral injury for Amarius Mims. He's been dealing this last couple weeks. It's not really, something that has changed much. It's just him recovering, but he is back on the practice field. He is out there trying and getting better, and hopefully everything goes well. Now, for their side, they had a linebacker who had a concussion. They had a foot injury for Hunter Henry, a wrist injury for Jennings, hamstring for Jonathan Jones, their corner, which I believe that is one of their starting cornerbacks. At least I remember a couple years ago, that guy was like having 6 interceptions in a year. So, you got their tackle was limited with an abdomen injury. Their guard did not participate in practice with his ankle. Josh limited, the linebacker. I believe that's Urschel. I might be incorrect on how to say that name. Wise had a hamstring injury. He was full participant in practice. And their other linebacker was limited with an ankle injury. So, overall wise, other than the players we have on IR and players we obviously know are out, everyone else is ready to go and ready to play against the Patriots on Sunday. And what's good about this is, Chase didn't do training camp, the hold in, but he's going to be 100% ready to go for week 2. Week 1, honestly, depending on how this game goes, they might kind of use Chase as a decoy and kind of, finesse around with him. Because, again, it's the first game of the season. Chase hasn't practiced, literally since, other than last week, where he practiced one time, he hasn't practiced at all other than this week. So he might just be utilized more as a decoy, and he might have very limited reps. So if you are utilizing him in fantasy football, if you are utilizing him in betting, please do not do any bets with Ja'Marr Chase this week. It's very possible he gets maybe limited to no snaps. And depending on the game flow of how it goes this week, we might not have to utilize him, and if we don't have to utilize him, he's not going to get utilized that much, right? Because we're going to get ready for the next week, which is the Chiefs game. So we might utilize him a little bit and just going to kind of get him up to game action, but other than that, not much at all. And we'll have this week's process and next week's process to kind of get through that and fix all the, kind of quirks and kind of rustiness in the player. But other than that, though, I'm not expecting him to go out there and have his full snap count as a normal game. Just because, again, we're playing the Patriots. So, for example, if this is a close game versus the Patriots, he'll have a normal snap count. But if we start off this game, 21-0, right? And we're destroying the Patriots, you're probably not going to see many. You might see less snaps from Chase just because of the fact that, again, you really are trying to work on next week. And it's not really too focused. How do I put this? It's more like you don't want to overwork him because he hasn't been practicing all, off season, and he just started practicing again. You don't want to have an injury happen. That's why you are going to kind of limit him in this game. It's not that you think that Chase needs to be limited. It's because of the fact that he hasn't practiced and hasn't done this. So you don't want to overdo him in a game and him be rusty and then pull something, right? So you kind of want to slowly transition him back into the season. Normally, you would have players be able to do this through training camp, preseason, and other practices, but you already know the situation that happened. So, with that being said, guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.